Good morning, friends. Warm greetings to you on this inauguration day, and welcome to our daily Dharma. Gonna put a pause on the exploration of compassion just for today, as I wanted to share something with you in way of hopefully a helpful teaching that I experienced driving here today to do this video. I was traveling down the road to get here, pretty empty of cars. It's quite rural here, so really hardly any cars on the road. And then ahead of me, I could kind of a straightaway, so I could see quite a bit ahead. There was a truck parked kind of off to the side of the road, but like it was a delivery truck, so like a big truck. It was, um, well out into the road, although they had pulled off to the side, and clearly someone was making a delivery. So, I would have had to go around them. And just as I approached that truck, as I was getting closer to it, I saw a car coming in the other direction. I was like, well, I started to pull out to go around it, and then I realized, no, that car's actually going to be right there next to the truck when I am. So it's like, no, maybe we could have fit, but probably wouldn't have been great. So I had to slow way down and basically stop, let that car go by, and then go around. And I noticed there was some mindfulness of a little in my mind, like a little aversion. And if it had words, it might say something like, really? I haven't seen a car in 5 miles, and one comes exactly the time when I want to pull out and go around, that kind of thing. Like, that basically didn't play out the way I wanted it to. So that felt a little, and just kind of noticing that. And then as the car drove by, they blinked their lights at me, saying, thank you for letting me pass. And then I pulled out around, because when a truck is on the side of the road like that, they could be coming in and out of it. So you want to give them some wide breadth. And took off. And I just thought, like, wow, there were 2 different worlds that I inhabited. One world I started to inhabit was a world of like, things don't go my way, or I don't like the way this is going, or, just, the self basically not getting what it wants, and the world is at fault. Like how is it that car came right at that exact moment? Yeah. So we kind of, and then the other world was, this world of like cooperation. Oh, and just being a part of that. Not so much even the sense of self, much less, but being a part of it. Oh, cooperation. One car needs to pass, so another car slows down so they can come through. And then that car goes around the truck because we cooperate with each other, and we give a situation like that a wide berth so that no one gets hurt. And it's like, wow, what a different world. 2 completely different worlds based upon what's happening in the mind, in the heart and mind. And we have the ability, we have the capacity actually to create the worlds we want to live in. Not right in that moment, right? Not right in the moment. It's like, well, I could have just chosen the other one. No, it played out the way it played out. I started to inhabit that world that was, kind of against me and not great and cranky. And then, hopefully because of years of practice, there was some mindfulness, and it noticed the aversion in the mind, and just that noticing checked it. It was like, just in and of itself, it didn't gain traction and go anywhere. And because it was checked, when that other car flashed its lights, there was space for another world to arise, a world of cooperation, of people just going about doing their day. The guy's doing his delivery. Guy, maybe it's a woman, Hey, what can I say? It takes a while to unlearn. That person was doing their delivery, and another person's going to where they're going for their day. I'm coming here to do my thing here. We're all just doing our thing, and we're doing it in cooperation and helping one another. So the mindfulness of the aversion helped create the space for that other world to arise. And again, we can't just demand that things be a certain way in how we see things in any given moment. That's going to be due to whatever causes and conditions are happening in our own hearts and minds. And we can do practices and create intentions that will help in the future to support conditions for certain things to happen, maybe more than other things to happen, right? This is really about karma. The Buddha taught, we do have agency, and we can tap into and make use of that agency over time to create a kind of world we want to live in. So I just wanted to share that with you. Daily Dharma. I mean, it's great to have themes and have the mind kind of settle into a theme and work with it. And our Dharma, our lives are happening in the moment, aren't they? They're not they're not happening by themes. And if there's enough awareness and enough clear seeing, we learn about suffering and the ending of suffering in any situation with whatever is happening. And sometimes just a little, event like this is, very illustrative. I mean, it was for me. And so I wanted to share that with you. And yes, so our formal practice, this is one of the things we engage in that supports there being mindfulness in any given moment. So let's go ahead, settle in, let the eyes come to close if you meditate with your eyes closed. If not, just relaxing them, letting them naturally cast downward, kind of go out of focus. But if you meditate with your eyes closed, just let them gently close. There's no even slightest sense of squinting or bearing down with the eyelids. And that's nice because that then actually kind of signals the rest of the body. Oh, okay, we're relaxing here. This is a time of ease. And letting the rest of the body settle, soften, open. Feeling the body touching the earth. Which is quite natural if we kind of follow the energy as it settles downward as we're relaxing. And our attention naturally goes down and comes into contact where the body is touching the earth. And this is also where we can really start to become somatically aware of the body, these touch points where the body's touching the earth. Where the sensations tend to be grosser and more noticeable at these touch points. feeling the body at the touch points, perhaps feeling the body where it's not touching something, connecting to the body in a more fine-grained way, feeling the tingling, vibrating, buzzing, pulsing energies in the body. And the more relaxed and settled the body is, the more these sensations are apt to be felt. We just have to create the conditions that are favorable for them being felt. They're always there. It's just in our movements, we tend to be only aware of the more grosser sensations of the body. Like the stars coming out at night. They've been there all day, but the conditions weren't quite right to see them. And then those conditions change, gets darker, and they appear. Well, the body settles, becomes still, relaxed, and these fine-grained sensations can appear. And perhaps widening the attention from just being connected with the touch points to widening to fill the whole body, feeling the whole body all at once. What would that be like? This really supports an open, receptive awareness. And being connected to the body somatically, of course, includes feeling the breath, which is simply a word we use for particular bodily sensations. Sensations associated with the body, pulling in and expelling the atmosphere. But it's all one thing. The breath is not separate from the body. Its sensations are not separate per se from the other bodily sensations. And as the Anapanasati Sutta points out, what we're paying attention to is the breath body. A field of changing, fluxing, swirling sensations. Letting the rhythmic process of the changing sensations associated with the breathing process further settle and calm the body. Letting the attention rest with this experience of the breath body, not bearing down on it, receiving it. The body is soft and open, the attention is soft and open, touching the object. That is the sensations of the breath body, touching them very lightly. And to the degree that this attention stays connected to the experience of the breath body, whether it be for the length of just half a breath or a number of minutes in a row or anything in between, to the degree that it stays connected, it begins to take on the qualities of the breath body, which are calm, steady, still, in this way, the body and mind begin to unify. This unification of body and mind is the foundation that gives rise to samadhi, a mind that is able to increasingly be settled, collected, and at ease. May all beings inhabit a world of peace, ease, and well-being. Thank you for your practice. And just one kind of quick caveat about, you know, constructing our worlds and how, they're ours to construct. really talking about more the inner world. Um, there are many people right now living in worlds of real difficulty, real pain, whether it's someone in a war-torn area or politically oppressed, or populations in our country, peoples of color who are oppressed, taken advantage of, not suggesting that that's someone's fault and they should have created a different world. Much more talking about the inner life right now. So just to be clear about that. And, as with everything we do on the cushion, we can take it into our daily life and kind of ask ourselves whether it's the actual words or we just kind of have this intention to look in this way, what world am I creating right now? Because whatever is present in my heart and mind at this time is coloring my world and creating it, bending it, you might say, in a certain direction. Okay, that's it for today, friends. Again, happy Inauguration Day to all of you. I wish you well. See you tomorrow, and we'll pick up the thread of the compassion practice again. Okay, bye-bye.